After a massive wildfire ravaged thousands of acres southwest of Gering, the scorched areas are now reopened to the public. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, public properties southwest of Gering that were closed because of the Carter Canyon wildfire have been reopened to the public. The properties, located in the Wildcat Hills Escapement, Cedar Canyon, and Monts Point Wildlife Management areas, as well as two adjacent properties owned by the Platte Rivers Basin's Environment. Nebraska Game and Parks District Wildlife Manager Hunter Bailey says visitors should be mindful of boundaries as border fences and signs have yet to be replaced. There are special hazards to be aware of, including a burned-out bridge, and recovery of wildlife in the area will be largely dependent on rain or snow in the coming months. The wildfire in late July and early August swept across 15,000 plus acres, including the entire 2,200 acres of the Cedar Canyon Wildlife Area. Well, the board of the Friends of the Midwest Theater has announced the departure of longtime executive director Billy Estes. In a release, the board thanked Estes for his valuable contributions to the Friends of the Midwest Theater for the last 21 years. During his tenure, he made significant strides in advancing the Midwest Theater's community programming and engagement, including starting and running the performing arts and education programming that served over 50,000 students in the Valley over the last 16 seasons. In addition, Estes has been instrumental in overseeing and raising over $1.5 million for capital projects, including most recently the Marquee Project. The board will immediately begin a search for a new executive director, and Estes will continue to assist the board in an advisory capacity with special projects, including the Marquee restoration, through the end of the year. The existing theater staff will continue to handle the day-to-day operations of the theater. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back. This week, Governor Pete Ricketts signed a memorandum of understanding with Western Governors University to expand access to affordable, high-quality degree programs for Nebraskans. According to the document, the state will enlist relevant agencies to promote and collaborate with WGU, focusing on underserved populations such as dislocated workers, veterans, and rural residents, while WGU will work to collaborate with employers and employer organizations to meet the state's workforce needs. WGU President Scott Pulsifer also announced completion of agreements with all of the Nebraska's community colleges that will provide for statewide articulation.
If they choose to proceed to their bachelor's degree, they can fully transfer all of that credit that they've earned in the pursuit of their associate's degree right into the bachelor's degrees that are appropriate for them as well. This will be great for the state of Nebraska. This will be great in the partnership with each of these community colleges, and we're grateful for that.
Nebraskans attending WGU will now be eligible to apply for the Nebraska Opportunity Grant, and in celebration of the new affiliation, WGU has established the WGU Nebraska Partnership Scholarship, which will provide up to $200,000 in financial aid. WGU uses a competency-based approach to learning that allows students to use their prior education, training, and experience to complete a degree quickly and cost-efficiently. Well, a home in Scottsbluff suffered relatively minor damage Wednesday morning when a fire broke out on the second story of the structure. Scottsbluff Fire was called to the scene in the 1700 block of 4th Avenue around 8:40 a.m. due to a report of smoke coming from the structure, with Gering Fire automatically dispatched to provide mutual aid. Scottsbluff Fire Captain Dan Hubbs tells KNB News that an elderly woman who was on the first floor was able to get out safely.
Upon arrival, we had smoke coming out of a second-story back window. Guys made entry in there, got a pretty quick knockdown. Fire did not extend beyond basically the room of origin.
Aside from damage at the point of origin, Hubbs says smoke damage was present throughout the second floor, but light to non-existent on the first floor, with very little water damage, as firefighters were able to get to the flames quickly. Hubbs says the cause remains under investigation, and damage to the structure and its contents was estimated at $10,000 or less. Valley Ambulance, Scottsbluff Police, and firefighter ministry were also on the scene. And the Nebraska State Fair is underway, and troopers are teaming up with the Nebraska Department of Transportation Highway Safety Office to spread the message of seatbelt safety and practicing safe driving behaviors. Throughout the fair, troopers are giving safety demonstrations at the NDOT HSO booth inside the Pinnacle Bank Expo building. Visitors can take a spin in the NSP Seatbelt Persuader and experience a simulated rollover crash. This effort is made possible thanks to a $20,000 grant from the NDOT, and the State Fair runs through Labor Day, September 5th. Well, coming up after the break, Chris Cottrell and an update from the sports desk. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
Have you been waiting for years to get new windows? The incredible Renewal by Andersen Dog Days of Summer sale is here. Summer ends soon, winter is on the way. Renewal by Andersen's Dog Days of Summer sale is amazing. 20% off every window and door. No money down, no interest, no payments for 2 whole years. This is the only time of the year when Renewal by Andersen offers 24 months same as cash. Visit RBAWyoming.com now. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation, and don't wait. This deal ends August 31st. 2 years, no payments. That's nothing to growl about. RBAWyoming.com.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
A home court advantage is back, plus volleyball and some football the next couple of nights here across the Rural Radio Network. Let's start at those brand new tennis courts over at Gering. It was time to celebrate a little bit last night with the completion of the new courts for Gering tennis coach Ron Swank.
Oh, that's incredible. Glenn called me last night. We were in Torrington and said, you can practice tomorrow. So on the way home I said, well, we're going to get all the kids and just have a party, bring the parents, and get this thing kicked off right. It's incredible. The courts they're actually flat. Our old ones were curved, as you know, and we had cracks. And
All four are playable.
All four are playable, yeah. We used to call it the Far One Oregon Trail because it had so many cracks through it. I had a name for each. Humpty Dumpty was 3. They're all flat and they're all wonderful. It's just so cool.
Gering has had to play matches at Scottsbluff High School and at the Scottsbluff Country Club as the old courts deteriorated and the new courts were being built. But now they'll be back home for the first time in 3 tennis seasons.
It's going to be nice to have a home, and it's going to help practices because we've had great help from Scottsbluff and Country Club over the year, but that travel is just, it takes 15-20 minutes to get there, 15-20 minutes back. That's a half hour gone that we could be hitting balls. So just that extra is just going to be really fantastic. We're really missing out on that. And the kids, enthusiasm's way up. We've already picked up a couple of guys that are interested. They're probably going to start maybe this week. So, just image, good PR, it's just a positive. We're just going to bounce from there and go on up.
Great news for the Gering tennis program and folks over in Gering that can now use those tennis courts again. Coming up tonight, a pair of high school volleyball matches on the network. Scottsbluff visits Alliance while Gering is home to take on Bridgeport. Radio coverage only for the 1-1 Bearcats at Alliance. Scottsbluff off a home loss to Chadron earlier in the week. We'll have the Gering-Bridgeport match here on our KNEB.TV platforms as well as the radio broadcast on KMOR. Gering 1-0 to start their season. Tomorrow, another big night of Scottsbluff and Gering High School football with both teams getting Week 1 wins. Scottsbluff will play their home opener tomorrow against North Platte. Cats head coach Judd Hull says the backfield duo for North Platte of Colton Tilford and Brock Robley is no joke.
Extremely talented. Number one is extremely fast. Definitely be the fastest guy on the field and in the stadium on Friday night. Then 42 is going to be a lot similar to the running back from Lincoln Pius that we just played. Heavy downhill runner, really able to break some arm tackles if you don't wrap up. So definitely a huge challenge with both those kids this week.
That one, our TV radio combo coming up for tomorrow. North Platte comes to town 0-2, but both those losses to fellow Class A foes Papio South and Grand Island. Scottsbluff coaches expecting a slugfest tomorrow night with North Platte's triple option attack. For Gering, a real turn the corner type opportunity tomorrow as they head up to Chadron after a Week 1 blowout of Torrington. Gering put up the big offensive breakout last week, scoring 46 points. Chadron opened with a win over Gordon Rushville. And Cougar Volleyball on the road this weekend for matches in Salt Lake City. They'll play a pair of ranked teams tomorrow with 2 more matches on tap for Saturday before heading home. WNCC heads west at 7-0. They are ranked 4th in the nation. That's the latest today from the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
The Skyview Drive-In is a new take on an old theme. It's the perfect place to see beautiful sunsets and films that the whole family can enjoy. The historic Midwest Theater has been bringing us together for a long time. The Skyview Drive-In is another part of the Midwest Theater's commitment to this community. The Midwest Theater and Skyview Drive-In Theater. It doesn't matter how you get there, just get there.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, the United Way of Western Nebraska's largest fundraiser is just a few weeks away, and leaders are making a final push to bump those numbers. The annual Duck Draw will be held Saturday, September 17th at the 18th Street Plaza in downtown Scottsbluff. The proceeds from this event will equate to roughly 25% of the United Way's recently announced $400,000 campaign goal. Executive Director Karen Benzel says so far, sales have been good.
And so we're about where we normally are this time of the year. We appreciate that. Last year we grossed $94,000 in duck sales, and we hope to do that again. That would get us a quarter of the way almost to our goal. So we just encourage the public, if you're thinking of buying a duck, please do so. They're $10 each, or 3 for $25, or 7 for $60. But again, every dollar of those duck sales is going to go back to United Way and go back to the community.
Ducks can be bought online at www.uwwn.org with top prizes this year, including a 2022 Toyota and a 2022 Honda side-by-side. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.